ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. That was for the recording. Hanji. So we're going to just while everyone's coming back, just want to thank everyone for attending the camp this year. I've come to the camp, this is the third Canadian camp I've come to. I thought it was amazing, very, very nice. Sorry, Popremi, Bache and all the people who came. When I'm obviously older, so to see majority here like my Bache, you know, to see, and to see that, to see the next generation coming through in Sikhi with this much pyar. And I've mentioned before, when we came to Sikhi, there was nobody in our city who was doing anything, and to see these kind of experiences, jithe छोटे बच्चे आधे से जो उन्होंने नितनेम भी कंठा कीर्तन भी कंठ करते हैं सर्व लोग, you know, they're keeping good discipline on the way they're eating, they're doing Amrit Vela, they do, you know, they have a lot of pyar for Sangat. It's very, very inspiring, and when we talk about apne Khalsa da Raj, that's what the foundation of all of that is the things that are going on here. So what I would say is, please don't take Sikhi for granted. Sikhi, when you come away from an environment like this, it very quickly is very, very difficult to keep up that same intensity that we've got while we're sitting in Sangat. But that's what your test is. That's what Guru Sahib wants from us, is if we can enjoy our Sikhi every day and not end up in a place where we're thinking, oh, Nitnem or my Amrit Vela or my Bhakti or my nature as a Gursikh is not important today. That's where we that's where we start slipping. So please do your best. What we did do in UK, we did it in Australia. Things I still get their WhatsApps here. If you've got, because obviously I think people are a little bit dispersed here. They were quite dispersed in Australia. They were in different, they're 1 hour flights away from each other. So they do their own, a small group where Amrit Vela, you just clock in and clock out on your Amrit Vela, just between a group of you. So you can make small groups. If you want to make a bigger group, it's great. But certainly try and please encourage other people. If Guru Sahib's given you something in Sikhi, please share it. Please give it to other people. And Pai Sahib, we just talking to Pai Sahib and other people, some of the things that as Gursikhs, I think everyone's doing exceptionally well in terms of some of the Bhakti areas that we're getting into, but also our Khoj and our history and our wider academic kind of aspects of Sikhi. All Gursikhs should really try to learn something. I mean, when I first came to Sikhi, I'm not an academic. I don't, that's not something I was spending enough time on, and I think I have to now, is spend much more time trying to understand some of those things about the way the older history has been written, what happened to us as Gursikhs, how we made mistakes, how we had a different type of Chardi Kala in our older times. I think there's certainly Pai Sahib here and others have got a wealth of resources that really need to be shared. And I think some of those things, and Pai Sahib Thwade Levi Seva and others Levi Seva Abbey, where it's very, very big, wide and lots of information, is to condense that down into something that's at least people can understand the basics of what is that particular book, if you like, or section or chapter, what is it trying to say. I think it needs to be digestible first, and then get individuals into more of that, the historical side and the philosophy, and also the social aspects of our Sikhi, and how we've had many different challenges. It's not just about Sakhiyan. It's not just about that. It needs to be wider than that. So that's certainly one element. And there was another beinti from the Sangat as well, that sometimes as Gursikhs, when we talk about our honesty and how we do our day-to-day thing, people do. It's very, very easy to do this. I mean, I'm in the technology field as well. It's very easy to say, oh, there's a piece of software there, let me just take it out from a pirate site or something like that and use a non-licensed version. And I'll give you an example of, so when we talk about Sach, I know that it sounds like it's off topic, but it's not. In terms of Sikhi, it isn't just about we're doing Simran together, we're doing Kirtan together. There is a Jivan as well on top of that. And when we first got into electronic, the screens that you see and stuff in the Gurdwara, at one point when we started, we didn't have any cash, right? We said, how are we going to do this project? At that time, you get a projector now. A projector costs you somewhere about, I don't know, $500. $500. At that time, when we first started, a projector was £3,500. It's £3,500. A laptop to get a decent one was £2,500. Then the software on top of that, we needed Microsoft Office. We needed Office to run the PowerPoint stuff, right? Office was about, whatever it was, 1,000. So we were talking about £7,000 or something to do a prototype in a Gurdwara. So we're sitting there, and at that time it's very easy for us to just say, okay, we couldn't get away with the hardware, but the software we could have just said, I'll just take my work version of my PowerPoint. But I told, one of the things we did say to Gursikh, was another Gursikh with me at the time, is Tanji Singh, and we what we had to do is we didn't have any money, so we had to pay our daswand up front for the next year or two, whatever, put that money up front and do that. But the fact that you do something, do it honestly. When it's a Sikh, try to do it as honestly as you can. You have to do it honestly, not as honestly as you can. But that's an example of when we did that. That's it was a great foundation to say, "Asi tang hoye paise karke for a little bit." But so what? And even most of it is Guru Sahib's paisa anyway. Our daswand, and it's an important topic that sometimes gets ignored. Your daswand hissa of your money is not yours. It's simply not yours, and that 1/10 we should be doing as much as we can. Make it work. Don't just do a Gurdwara extension. With your money, that's the easy thing to give money to. It's important to have a Gurdwara. It's not to dismiss that, but do something really creative with your money. Think about it. Think if you earned some money, and even if you get young Gursikhs here who don't work, if you get an amount of money, take 1/10 away from it and say, what am I going to do for Guru Sahib with this? It might be $10, it could be 20, it could be 100. I don't know what it is. So do something very, very creative with it. Nowadays, they do projects and they give them like £10, and these Nane have made money from that, by doing some initiative. But so certainly be creative, and those who are parents here, apne bache nu support karo in these kind of things as well. Give them some understanding give them some money, and don't just let them think. Our children do it all the time. They get money and they're feeling that, well, what am I going to buy with this? Amazing. But they haven't thought about the Sikhi aspect of that money, to say some of that really, they shouldn't be thinking it's theirs, and should try to do seva with it. So that's kind of some of the wider aspects. But in terms of the camp, I think it's been very, very fantastic. It's people who I've met in 2010 are here, so a few people from 2010, and even individuals here who I would say, Gagan Singh and Taran Singh and Benji and other people who I met a long time ago. They're kind of, for me, Japnam Singh and others, they're lifelong friends for me now. They will remain like that forever. And so that's what I want you to take away from this is, these are Isari Gursikha, and one of the things when we were having the camp fire, by Japnam Singh was saying to do story, and obviously we didn't do it at that time. I didn't do anything at that time, but one of the stories that really sticks out for me when you read Anditi Duniya. In Anditi Duniya, Gursikh, who Bhakti Bhakti si, they were with all the Singhs. He did loads and loads of Bhakti, and right at the end, when he's about to pass away, he's there and he's slowly, swasa getting weaker, and he said, "Where's my daughter? Where's my bachi?" He just asked where his child was. And Bhai Rama Singh talks about a very similar story. He said, "Where's my daughter?" The Gursikh asked the same thing. And the Gursikhs know you can see what happens with the Atma. And sometimes we won't know. But in Anditi Duniya, so two different things happened. In Bhai Rama Singh's example, what happened? That Gursikh ended up as his daughter's daughter. Came back, his Nana Janam, because he thought about his daughter so much. The Sanjog carried on. Now, when we took in Anditi Duniya, because Antakal jo ladke simre, aisi chinta mein je mare, sukar joon wal avtare. Now, Bhagat ji, he's telling us that Antakal, we do know our Bhakti, but we do our Bhakti, but Antakal is very important as well. That when we're moving towards leaving here, there's a certain concentration we've got to have there as well of Bhakti. And then what happened was that Gursikh, who'd done Bhakti all his life with the Sajjan there, he had to take a Janam as a Sur, and when he's in there, he's taken this janam, and as he's taken this janam, he's gone through the janam. The bacche has had, because pigs have lots of offspring, they have a lot. He's done all that, and they say he got ek janam di saja, and they said they sent them to bring him back, and they said to his Atma, your likha's finished now, your bhakti par fullat, what you did, you're going back now. We're going back to Dargah. And he didn't want to go. He said, in the Surah da Janam, he said, no, mere bache, what are you talking? I'm not going. Jana nahi hai. So he got so caught up in that thing, in that Janam, that they had to pull him and say, almost like shake him out from that and say, you're finished, it's done. And so, Baisal gave a very interesting example there that sometimes we don't, the book title is apt, Unditi Dunya. There's a dunya that we're seeing here, but there's a dunya we can't see. There's a whole aspect of that. There's a whole cycle of things going on that we can't see. And our bhakti is to ensure that when the dunya that we can't see, we're going to the right one, which is, which is the one where our Guru Sahib is. And by Nanak leen payo Gobind se jo pani sang pani, jidan where our Atma is a drop on ocean, our Maharaj, we want to go back into the ocean. So our life, just to bring it all back into context, the things that you're learning here is to have that jivan jaj, that bhakti, that understanding, but also have a dard for your panth as well. And I think that's that is a really, really important thing that we, when the projects that individuals do, please have a dard for your panth. So I see this as anyone helping organize this, is a dard to say our next generation, we've got to do our best to save them. And any bit of seva that you do is important. That might be, you may talk to somebody and give them a bit of inspiration. You may help them with their Amritavillah. You may help them with their Sikhi. You might just help them through a very difficult time in their life. But that's seva, It doesn't even say seva's got some sort of stamp on it. Anything where it's selfless and you're not thinking about yourself, but you're thinking about Guru Sahib's Panth and Guru Sahib's Bhakti and Guru Sahib's Sikhi as well, that's all sara likhe vich hai. So please do more to become bigger, wider people, learn more breadth and get more out as much as Sikhi as you can. So I'll pass over to Navreet Singh. मैं बहुत कह लिया
वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह. I didn't really enjoy the camp, to be honest. So वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा. It's really good. Maharaj Kirpa. I'm key. बस हम ठीक है. Maharaj Kirpa, this is only my second camp. Now I came in 2014, and this camp is just way better, and it's always good to see things. Those of you that attended then, you're like, yeah. Do you know what it is? It's always good to see things moving forwards, I don't want to come back. I don't want to come to this camp this time, last time there wasn't enough pyar, there wasn't enough cha, no one was coming to Amritullah, no one was coming in the kirtan, no one was singing if they were there. There's a lot of gair hajaring at the last camp, we can't even pinpoint and say it's because you guys didn't do it properly or anything like that. It's just you look back at it and think, yeah, we didn't do this then, we didn't do that then. It was just like an obstacle that Maharaj put in the way so that you could learn to get through it. And this camp shows that you've grown as a Sangat in experience and what needs to be done. And like Bhai Sahib said, that this camp's just been amazing. The Amritaville, the Kirtan, oh wow. Like, Akhand Ki Jathe di na ye nishani hai duniya che. When you go into the Kirtan, like a banda hil janda. Yeah? This is the nishani of Akhand Ki Jathe, is ke banda hil janda. Ekdam when you hear the Kirtan for the first time. The Loki Bhai and Tisi, the Kirtan sunde si, and they say ke odo recorder ta nahi si hunde. They go andar bas janda si recorder wangu. You could hear it for days. Kirtan we were doing in the camp, because everyone was singing. I can't stand it. I think what are we going to listen to? What we got nothing to listen to? When you guys come together, yeah, and Mohan tod sat sangat tyave. Mohan tod sat sangat tyave. कि मारा तुसी साड़ा मन फाड़ लिया ते सारी संगत इकट्ठी होके ना we're so just enraptured in seeing you. Your sari sangat na back fir gun gaunde Maharaj de, hai na? And this week's just been like that. If I don't take anything else from the camp, hai na, it's the kirtan just been absolutely amazing, hai na? Just to leave you with just kind of like the final thought type thing, just from myself, jehdi beinti, that's exactly what Bhai Sahib ji said. There's nothing else we can say. Jeevan jaat jehda kuch bhi tusi is camp ch na ikkatha kita, gyan wise, experience wise. And I said this at the beginning of the camp as well. Okay, from a camp, it's more what you experience that you take away than what you hear. Lecture, as you know, boli jana, it's like 5 lectures in a week. Technically, it's about like 8 or 9 because there's double lectures in a day. So to take all of that, I mean, some of you are so taking notes. That's amazing. Some of you are recording. That's so good because you can go home and you can listen to it over and over and over again, and it'll be on YouTube. So just you got bichoda, I want to do my darshan. All you do is turn your laptop on, and you can just do namaskar to the TV, to your YouTube. But the thing is, you'll be able to listen, to like Bhai Sahib's talks, or because I know you're not going to listen to mine. I'll check the views. I know you're going to listen to my talks. But you'll be able to listen over and over and over again and take something new each time, and say, oh, you know what? Yeah, I didn't take that from the camp, but your experience, you're just going to take that with you now. No one's going to be able to play that back to you. You're going to play that back to yourself naturally. So when we leave today, inu naal leke jana. Jeevan jaat di jehdi gall I was doing a talk the other day on Gursikhi Jeevan. To be honest, my talks are really off at the moment. Afterwards I was thinking there was about 80% of the main gallan that I was meant to actually do, that what the lecture was meant to be on. So that's how bad I am. My as Dalinder Singh would say, teri surti dur uddar hai. So one thing I wanted to say was, in your home, as you know, Khalsa Raj di si gal karte hain. Whether you call it Khalistan or whether you just call it Khalsa Raj. Khalistan is just a political name someone's given it. Put Khalistan aside, just Khalsa Raj. We all believe in Khalsa Raj. We all say Raj karega Khalsa, aki rahe na koi. Nanak Raj chalaya. We all read that. We all aisi cheez nu mande hain na ke Raj Khalsa da hoga duniya te. But when we talk about that on a Sangharsh level, we've gone down the wrong route. We think about the politics, we think about edda hoga, as we'll have our own land, we'll have government, we'll have this, we'll have that. One thing we don't realize is, if it's a Khalsa Raj, te utte Khalse di chalni hai. And that's Gurmat, jo Guru keh rahe, ohi chaluga utte. And we struggle with that. Personally, we struggle to live within the confines of Gurmat. We think it's like, Maharaj says, Bandhan te shutkave, Prabhu mulave. But to be honest, we seem to think Rat is a bandhan. Gurmat is a bandhan all of a sudden. We try to balance it so that we can kind of get out of it and have like parole from our Sikhi. So we can just have a bit of time away from the Guru as well. What we want to do is we want to implement whatever you think Khalsa Raj is. And you think, I want to fight for the Sangharsh, we want our own homeland. Whatever you feel that would be, thode dimag ch naksha le lo. कि जरा खालसा राज, if you lived in Khalsa Raj, और पायरामा सिंह जी उन्होंने तो बुक च बहुत कुछ दस्या सी खालसा राज बारे, but तुसी अपने दिमाग च एक नक्शा ले लो, what your understanding of a उच्चा सुच्चा खालसा राज is. ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਥੋੜਾ ਕੋਈ manifesto ਜਾ ਹੋਊਗਾ, ਜਾਂ whatever your idea is of how Jeevan will be in that place. If it was a dharamshala, just it was a small dharamshala, and that's ਉੱਥੇ ਰਾਜ ਆ. There's no ਕਾਨੂੰਨ there, it's just Gurmat ਉੱਥੇ ਚੱਲਦਾ. No one else has any rules over it, only Gurmat. How would it be? What would be implemented there? What would you like to see from that? And then what we need to do is, the first thing we need to do is implement that in our own Jeevan first. In ourselves. In our own homes. We can't change the dunya if we can't even change ourselves first. We can't change our routines and our thinking. So meri aap benti hai ki whatever you've taken from the camp, and take that into your home life. Really simple things. Like we were saying about Amrit Vela. And I did say this today. Sheet Bhai Fauja Singh used to say, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਨਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੜਾ ਉੱਠਣ ਦਾ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੜਾ ਫਿਕਰ ਆ ਜੀ, ਮੈਂ ਉੱਠਣਾ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਉਹ ਪਖੰਡੀ ਆ ਉਹਨੇ ਰਾਤ ਨੂੰ 10 ਵਜੇ ਵੀ ਕਹਿਣਾ, ਉਹਨੇ ਰਾਤ ਨੂੰ 11 ਵਜੇ ਵੀ ਕਹੀ ਜਾਣਾ, ਉਹਨੇ ਰਾਤ ਨੂੰ 12 ਵਜੇ ਵੀ ਕਹੀ ਜਾਣਾ, ਯਾਰ ਸਵੇਰ ਨੂੰ ਉੱਠਣਾ ਵੀ ਆ, ਸਵੇਰ ਨੂੰ ਉੱਠਣਾ। ਵੀ ਡੂ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਇੱਥੇ ਇਜ਼ ਦ ਬੈਸਟ ਐਗਜ਼ਾਮਪਲ ਹੈ ਨਾ। ਇੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ 12-1 ਵਜੇ we're all standing around still chatting, having a laugh, ਯਾਰ ਸਵੇਰ ਨੂੰ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਵੇਲੇ ਵੀ ਉੱਠ, ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਵੇਲਾ ਜੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਵੀ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਵੇਲੇ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਕੁ ਸੁਰਤੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ, ਕਿੰਨਾ ਕੁ ਧਿਆਨ ਟੇਕੂਗਾ, ਹੈ ਨਾ। ਫਿਰ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ Waheguru. You always, when you wake up, you always allow yourself just to show, I'm bored, I'm really, I'm there. So the surti wasn't there anyway, so you still get hajar. we're still ghair hajar even in that hajri. So what do we need to implement is what time are we going to sleep. So it's the evening before thing that I was saying. How much we eat, what time we eat, what time we then, what do we do? Do we watch TV before we go to sleep? We watch loads of programs. Is that going to attach our surti to Akal Purkh so that we don't want to sleep or we want to get up in the morning? No. Do Saj Part, read Gurbani, do whatever you can. Read Gursikha di Jeevani, I think is one of the biggest things that's affected me in my life. Google, just go on Google, type in a Shaheed Singh or any kind of like Mahapurush, Rangle Sajjan and all that, you get PDF files. Just read it. If you've read it before, read it again, just read a chapter. Before you go to sleep. And go to sleep with that surti. Do Sola Sahib with that surti, because automatically thodi atma fi pukarugi ke maharaj mainu utha diyo. Yeah, thodi atma kogi. And then when you get up in the morning, have that changi routine, but carry it through the day. When we talk to each other, I say, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Yet when we speak to our spouse or our kids, Oi, utde nahi? Yeah, that's how we get each other up. Yeah, we say to the kids, Marjo. Yeah, late ho raha tusi. Yeah, utde nahi, bevkoof. Loka de nyane dekhya kinne change ya. Pata nahi tusi kithon jam ke lande. This is like first thing in the morning. This is our Amritula routine to get the kids up. Yeah, कि आज दिन बढ़िया लंगूगा. I don't think so. So we need to change our boli. Just like we don't do that in the dorms. I mean, I did it with you boys, but that's over krigal. Yeah. But generally, just khas karke, just think. I'll try and be serious for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes at least, because I don't have that much time. When you talk to each other here, when you wake each other up, what do? We become by Jeevan Singh. We start malishing people's pair to wake them up. Paisa used to come. We just nyane, we were just stupid kids. Paisa used to come wake us up by touching our feet. And the thing is, we're stupid, so we used to lie there and be like, oh, this feels so good. Because you don't think, do you? You're half asleep. And then you open your eyes and you look down and you have that face. Yeah? And you'd be like, oh, ben narka no jama. That's it. I hope I go to narka now. I can't have it. Now we become like that, yeah? Because we know that story. I've told you that. Now next camp you're all going to be like, yeah? You're going to be... But then when we're at home, we don't do that. Yeah? When you're speaking to singing, or like when you're talking to each other here, we talk to each other to jod ke. There's a lot of pyar. Because what we say is, "E Guru Gobind Singh di thi ya, e Guru Gobind Singh da pot ya, yeah, e Guru ki sangat ya, har naam hamari sangat at pyari." We do each other's sangat because we see the naam inside each other. I see naam di sangat kar rahe hain, ek bande di nahi. Har naam hamari sangat at pyari. That's the real sangat. Ek duniya de vich jehड़ा naam chalda na, odi sangat ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ. Because as soon as that stops, jo ਤੁਸੀਂ naam to dur ho jaओ, we're not going to want to do each other's sangat anymore. We're going to say ta saakate hai. दूर हो जाइए भाग, है ना? So what we want to do is घर च भी, when we see each other, husbands and wives, brothers and sisters, है ना? Talk to each other in the same way. Husband and wife has disagreement, है ना? Do it gurmat wise. Yeah? I'll be straight up with Bashir Bhai Fauja Singh Bibi Amajit Kaur बहुत लड़ते सी. Yeah, when you speak to Bibi ji, she goes मैं तो तूफान सी. Yeah, she goes मैं तो ऐदा, she goes I used to start a fight ऐदा, है ना? She goes मैं Bhai Fauja Singh ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿਣਾ तू किसे काम दा नहीं, है ना? सारा पैसा पंथ ਨੂੰ दे ਦਿੰਦਾ, है ना? ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਮਾਰ ਕੇ ਸਿੱਟ ਦੇ ਕਿਤੇ, है ना? ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਜਾਊਂਗਾ ਤੂੰ, ਤੇਰਾ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਵੀ ਕਪੱਤਾ ਹੀ ਆ, है ना? This she used to, and she goes ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ off button ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਲੱਗੀ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਲੱਗੇ. ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ऐदा ठीक है, कोई गल नहीं, ठीक है ना? But then she said बस ना महाराज को चलिए हुन. I used to go to Guru Maharaj, हुक्मनामा ले लेंदे सी, है ना? And she used to say to him, तू ना हुक्मनामा ले, you're going to fix it. मैंने तेरा पता. She goes, तेरा पता मैंने. She goes, he used to say to me, nah, तू ना नहीं होगा, you're going to fix it. She goes, then कदी just for joy, he used to say, you know what, तू कर ला, fix it. जो तू कहोगे जितना भी होगा मैं मान लूँगा मैं, है ना? So everything was gurmat. Yeah, how you sit and eat. When you sit together, at we all do ardas before we eat, but kar beke we don't. Yeah, so at we did dadata, we do simran, we do dadata, and this isn't just for you guys, it's for the babikis as well. Galt na samjho meri gal na. Yeah, I've been to places where babikis have made langar and I won't eat it. Yeah, because we don't implement. Yeah, batte khadkaun joge rehne sometimes some of us, है ना? मैं अपनी गाल कर रहे हैं. I'll be cooking and I'll be on the phone at the same time. What's the point in that? है ना? So what we want to do is for everyone. It's sanja vicharya. It's not just like, don't think, oh, they're lag and you're lag and for everyone. है ना? When we make the food here, make it the same at home. Yeah? Kirtan la lo, bani la lo, dat ke khande khadkao, and make your langar like that. Whether it's inside of law or not is irrelevant. Yeah? Well, it's not irrelevant. It's very relevant. But if you're not, don't keep it, but still make your food amrit. Make it babek. Yeah? Don't have the TVs on. Don't be talking to people. Don't be WhatsApping and having the most lethal conversation with someone while you're making that food. Implement that. Take that with you. And when you sit down to eat, एक मिनट सिमरन कर लो, just 1 minute. जब 5 बारी वाहिगुरू कह लो, 5 बारी भी कह दो, 1 बारी भी कह दो, है ना? 5 बारी तो कह सकते हैं वाहिगुरू 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 वाहिगुरू. वाह एने च ना सारा कुछ ही बदल गया. चौंकड़ा लाओ ते छको. Something's changed now all of a sudden. Your jeevan's changed. You'll feel so much closer to those gursikhs you read about. You'll feel so much closer to each other all of a sudden. You'll feel like you're at camp all the time. Make your whole life into like this camp. How you speak to people, how you treat people, how you treat them. When we're at the camp, all of a sudden we've all got time for each other. When we're in normal life, we won't even think twice, oh that person doesn't wear barn, oh that person not wearing a keski, or that person is not amritari, so I'll just pretend I didn't see them and just carry on walking. Even if it's in the street, I'll just carry on walking. But we don't do that here. We stop. When we see someone who's walking past that we don't know, we stop and we still take the time. Do that in your daily lives. The last bit now, I'll finish now because I'm way over my time. Social media. Yeah? Your use of social media impacts you on a huge level. Yeah? I know there's this big jokes going on about Pokemon because of certain prachar that's been done recently. But meri gal seriously le lo. If you're playing these games, you literally you are wasting kadiyan. Prapti nahi honi. Yeah? If you're playing these games. Whether it's Candy Crush, or these games, if you have time on your phone to sit there doing this, you could have done, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਾਣੀ ਕੰਠ ਕਰ ਲਓ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਾਣੀ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਲਓ, ਸਿਮਰਨ ਕਰ ਲਓ, ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਭਲਾ ਕਰ ਲਓ. That's bad. Facebook, there's a bamari scrolling. Yeah? I've got a Facebook account so that Sangat can contact me. You know, I've never put the app onto my phone though. I check it once a month when I'm home, just to see if anyone's called us for camps or anything like that. I've never put it on my phone because you become a scroller. You start scrolling through and all the chugli, nindya, irkha, you take it in without even realizing it. You're taking that in. We're like sponges. Yeah, we're just taking that all in. Our language on social media. Yeah, this is effing this. This is be this. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਪੋਤੇ ਆ. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਆ. ਠੀਕ ਹੈ? ਫਰਗੇਟ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੇ ਪੋਤੇ ਆ. ਮੈਂ ਦਾਅਵੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਆ. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮਾਤਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕੌਰ ਆ. ਉਹ ਸੋਚ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੁਰੋ. And I said this the other day. ਪਰਤਰੇ ਰੂਪ ਨਾ ਪੇਖੇ ਨੇਤਰ. Yeah? If you say ਮੈਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਨੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਹੱਥ ਦਿੱਤਾ, like ਮੈਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਆ. Yeah? ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ ਆਪੇ ਗੁਰਚੇਲਾ, like Bhai Pranjit Singh was talking about. If you look at that person, you've given that person the haq to say Guru Gobind Singh ne mere pedi nazar was looking at me. Same goes for bibiyan. You're spending time chit-chatting with Mundi and this, that and the other, whether it's online or Facebook or whatever it is, you're chatting to them, you're showing that Mata Sahib Kaur diyan tiyan idda kardiyan, Mata Sahib Kaur bhi idda hi. You're giving someone an excuse to say that ye je kardiyan to Mata Sahib Kaur, they must have learned from their parents. Yeah? Haath jod ke, this is my benti. Yeah? Naujwan constantly in Amar Sanchars peshing. Yeah, chalo, it keeps the Amrit Sanchars full. Yeah, Panj Pyare don't want Amrit Sanchars full. Panj Pyare don't want Amrit Sanchars. They just want Ablakis, first timers. That's all. Yeah, Panj Pyare say it now. We don't want to see you again. Even though Ablaki is taking Amrit first time, then more can I. Yeah, Jan Bujke ko problem pay ta aajo, but we don't want to see you here just because whoops. Yeah, not whoops. Panj Pyare don't want to see you. Yeah, it upsets them. Yeah, you know, if a parent has to tell their child, you did a really, really bad thing, it hurts them. Yeah, how do you think Panj Pyare feel when they're giving these new ablakis a nama jeevan, and on the other side they're saying, "Oye, tenu tahi nama jeevan tasi tu kithe, you know, ran gawai soye ke divas gawaya khai hi re jaisa janam hai kaudi badle jaye." You know, we're becoming like this. So when you go home, implement these things. How you speak to people, haath jod ke gal karo ek duniya de naal. Just see each other as sangat. See your home as a dharamshala. See yourself as the guru. Yeah? ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਕਲੰਕ ਲੱਗੂਗਾ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇ ਆਪ ਲਾ ਰਹੇ ਆ. ਇਹ ਭੈ 'ਚ ਰਹੀਏ, ਇਹ ਡਰ 'ਚ ਰਹੀਏ ਨਾ, ਰਾਈਟ, ਐਂਡ ਐਵਰੀਥਿੰਗ ਵਿਲ ਚੇਂਜ. ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਪਿਆਰ ਨਾਲ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੰਬੋਧਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਮਾਤਾ ਗੁਜਰ ਕੌਰ ਜੀ, ਮਾਤਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕੌਰ ਜੀ ਜੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ used to come to them ਸਿਹਤ ਲੈਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਤੋਂ ਘਰ 'ਚ ਮੈਂ ਰੀਡਿੰਗ ਸਮ ਹਿਸਟਰੀ ਘਰ 'ਚ ਲੜਾਈਆਂ ਵੀ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਸੀ ਹਸਬੈਂਡ ਵਾਈਫ ਦੀ ਲੜਾਈ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਨਾ the woman used to go running to ਮਾਤਾ ਗੁਜਰ ਕੌਰ ਜੀ ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਘਰ 'ਚ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀ used to ਸਮਝਾ the ਮੁੰਡਾ ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀ used to ਸਮਝਾ them like that like grandparents do like parents do ਹੈ ਨਾ we need to have that character in us and take that with us ਹੈ ਨਾ ਬਾਕੀ lads ਹੈ ਨਾ you missed Amritwala, missed a lot of stuff, ਘਾਟਾ ਜਾ ਪਿਆ ਹੈ ਨਾ make up for it at home, yeah, have your own camps, ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋ ਜਾ ਕਰੋ, right, see if you can implement it, but by sitting here and telling us I want to take Amritwala away from the camp doesn't mean anything to us, to be honest. It's personal. Yeah, you haven't impressed us just by saying, yeah, I'd love to keep Amritwala. Yeah, I didn't need you to tell me a good answer. It doesn't make a difference to me. It's about what you actually take away. So try, like I was saying, get WhatsApp groups, use your social media for the power of good. Yeah. Any social media you don't need, just wipe it off. Yeah, get rid of it. So it being this, sorry for going over so much, Hannah, but just take it with you. Yeah, take your jeevan with you. Yeah, no one else. ਜੇ ਸਭ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਆਖਣ ਪਾਏ ਵੱਡਾ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਘਾਟ ਨਾ ਜਾਏ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵੱਧ ਰਹਿਤ ਰੱਖਣ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੁਰੂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਹੁਣ ਰਹਿਤ ਛੱਡ ਵੀ ਦਿਓ Guru's not going to shrink all of a sudden. No, I don't have followers, I don't have followers. That's what happens to ਕੱਚੇ ਬਾਬੇ. ਕੱਚੇ ਬਾਬੇ are controlled, their power is controlled by how many ਚੇਲੇ they have. Yeah, the Guru is not controlled by his chele. ਉਹਨੇ ਓਨਾ ਹੀ ਰਹਿਣਾ. He's going to forever be growing. Not because of ਅਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਜਪਣਾ ਹਟ ਗਏ ਜੋ ਗੁਰਦੀ ਆ ਸੋ ਮਨ ਕੇ ਕੰਮ ਸਾਡੇ ਮਨ ਦੇ ਕੰਮ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਇਸ ਫॉर us ਜਿੰਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰੋਗੇ you'll enjoy your ਜੀਵਨ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਘੱਟ ਕਰੋਗੇ you'll miss out. Yeah, so ਇੰਨੀ ਕੁ ਬੇਨਤੀਆਂ ਬਾਕੀ if we've said anything to offend anyone during the week or if we've said anything or we've acted in a way that wasn't appropriate, yeah, we've ignored you, yeah, I know I've done it. I know someone's been talking to me this side and someone starts talking to me this side and I've started talking to this person, I've completely forgotten that someone was standing here and they've gone and I felt really bad afterwards, you know. If no one's done anything on purpose like that, and I'm get back at it. If anyone has, and that's not good, but if we've made any mistakes, please ardas karo sade li. Yeah, we're very vulnerable standing up here, very vulnerable. Yeah, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਚੱਕਦੇ ਆ, yeah, and it's in your hands. You could let us fall as well. Don't let us fall. Yeah, ਆਪਣੇ ਹੱਥ ਤੇ ਰੱਖਿਓ. Yeah, make sure you do ardas for us. That if I'm standing here saying to you guys, ਏਦਾਂ ਨਾ ਕਰਿਓ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੀ ਧੀ ਹਾਂ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਪੋਤੇ. Yeah, it's all good and well me saying it, and if I go home, have a fight with my wife, yeah, chuck a butt at her, put the TV on, yeah, no, it's the other way around, but put the TV on, sit there, gusse, yeah, get the PlayStation out, shoot 10 people on that GTA, whatever you call it, right? Start doing it. And I've stood here, it's really good in it telling you to do it, but I haven't done it myself, so sadly ardas karo, okay? Vaheguru ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki Fateh.
So I think now we've heard enough from us. Is there? I hope that you have confidence. If anyone can come up and talk about their camp experience, just short, 30 seconds about anything that you'd want to speak about. Please, Binti.
You'll inspire other people to come.
Surma.
Vaheguru ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki Fateh. Oh, this is hard. Anyway, I came here from Regina. I haven't been to Sangat for a while now, and it felt awesome. It was like this was something missing. I missed out on so much, and it was like I got it all now. I got everything what I wanted, and it's kind of a recharging. You boost your cards. Hey, in Regina, your cards are dead because it's below 50. They go dead in a day sometimes if you don't plug them. And I didn't have that plug on for so long, and then you kind of call your buddies or CEA, whosoever. Oh, can you boost my car? This is a boost for me. Reminder of doing Amrit Vela. Reminder of reading books, which I used to do, and it was like, with life you forget all that, and it was like kind of constantly reminding yourself that, okay, I'm gonna do this again now, I'm gonna start doing this again now. So an amazing experience, a lot of kirtan. I did my first kirtan in Sangat here. I was scared. I was really scared, like, you know, so many unknown sangat. I did kirtan in known people, like, you know, group of 5-10 people, but it really took a lot of courage to say, maybe I want to do a Shabad, maybe. And thank you for supporting so much. It was great. And Benji here, I forgot the name. Vijay's wife. Now you guys know. And Sajjan Virkor Benji's. They were so supportive. I think in the things guys might have issues too, and you could talk to people. It was just a supportive talk. It was the talk where you can tell to Gore people or whosoever your friends are, they will give you a way different answer, and maybe that's answer you don't want to hear. This was the answers I want to hear. This was the answers I wanted a mentor who can mentor you. And guys, it's easy to fall back. Just keep coming to the camps or keep listening to the videos or just keep reading. Reading is a huge part of me, but with time, you know, you forget all that. Keep doing it. You will, one day, you might not be able to do it, but fake it until you make it. Just do that. You know, just manne lagda, it's okay, keep doing it. One day you will be there. One day I was a brat kid. Today I stand here, and today I'm like, okay, I did kirtan in Sangat. It's great. So even though you're not there yet, wait, it will come. With time it does. Keep doing it. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
ਇੱਥੇ ਕੋਈ ਹੈਗਾ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦੀ ਸਮਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦੀ? Anybody who doesn't understand a single word of ਪੰਜਾਬੀ? ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸ ਦਿੰਦਾ, ਬੱਚਾ ਨਾਲ ਸੀਗਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿਹਾ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਿਰਦਾਰ, ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਬਾਣਾ ਤੇ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖੀ ਜੀਵਨ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਪ੍ਰਤੱਖ। ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਹੀ ਪਤਾ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ। ਪਰਸਨਲੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਾਫੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਬਾਣਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੁੜਤਾ ਪਜਾਮਾ ਹੀ ਪਾ, ਚੋਲਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਉਂਦਾ ਮੈਂ, ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਕਿਰਪਾਨ ਉੱਤੋਂ ਦੀ ਪਾਈ ਹੋਵੇ, ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ। ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਪਰਸੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਸੀ ਛੱਲੀਆਂ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਹੇਅਰਸਨ ਤੋਂ ਆਏ ਹਾਂ, ਉਹ ਬੰਦੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਘਰੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਗਏ, ਸ਼ਰਾਬੀ ਬੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਰੱਜੇ ਵੇ, ਭਾਈ ਤਾਰਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਸੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਜਾਣੇ, ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਨਮਸਕਾਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਉਹ ਬਾਬੇ ਆਏ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ, ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਛੱਲੀਆਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਭੇਜਣੀਆਂ। ਉਹਨੇ $100 ਕੈਸ਼ ਡੋਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਦਿੱਤੀ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲੰਗਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਪੈਸੇ ਲਾ ਦਿਓ। ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਅੱਗੇ ਕਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਇਹ, ਪਰ ਇਹ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਕਰਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ 5 ਜਣੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਘਰੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੋ, ਟਾਕ ਟੂ ਮਾਈ ਕਿਡ, ਐਂਡ ਅਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਆ, ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਉਹ ਆਏ ਵੀ ਆ ਇੱਥੇ। ਅਤੇ ਇਹੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਬਾਣੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਕਲਾ, ਅਤੇ 2 ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਕੈਂਪ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਸਿੱਖਣ ਦਾ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲਿਆ। ਆਪਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੂੰ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਨਾਜ਼ਰ ਸਮਝਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਗੁਰੂ ਇਜ਼ ਆਲਵੇਜ਼ ਵਿਥ ਮੀ, ਨੰਬਰ 1 ਗੁਰੂ ਇਜ਼ ਦੇਅਰ ਟੂ ਹੈਲਪ, ਐਂਡ ਨੰਬਰ 2 the onus is on us to see that we don't ਹੈ ਠੀਕ ਆ, ਕਈ ਜਣੇ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਨਾ ਸਮਝਣ, ਆਪਣਾ ਹੱਕ ਬਣਦਾ। ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੇ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਨਾਲਾ ਗੁਰ ਮੇਰੇ ਸੰਗ ਸਦਾ ਹੈ ਨਾਲੇ, ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਵੀ ਆ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲੱਛਣ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕਿਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਆ, ਹੈ ਨਾ। ਜਿਉਂ ਮੈਲੇ ਬਾਹਰੋਂ ਨਿਰਮਲ, ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਾ ਜਿਉਂ ਨਿਰਮਲ ਅਤੇ ਬਾਹਰੋਂ ਨਿਰਮਲ। ਮੈਂ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਸੰਗਤ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਸਭ ਕੁਛ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਕੀਤਾ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਦੱਸਦਾ ਵੀ ਭਾਈ ਜੀਵਨ ਸਿੰਘ, ਗਿਆਨੀ ਨਾਰ ਸਿੰਘ, ਭਾਈ ਰਾਮਾ ਸਿੰਘ, ਹੋਰ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਕਰਕੇ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਖੜ੍ਹਾ, ਨਹੀਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਰੁੱਲ ਜਾਣਾ ਸੀ। ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਏਜ ਦੇ ਮੈਥੋਂ ਛੋਟੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਜੇਲ੍ਹਾਂ 'ਚ ਬੈਠੇ ਆ। ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਵਿਸ਼ਵਾਸ, ਜਪਨਾਮ ਸਿੰਘ ਤੋਂ ਪੁੱਛ ਲਓ, ਕਈ ਬੰਦੇ ਮਰ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਆ ਗੋਲੀ ਨਾਲ, ਡਰੱਗ ਡੀਲਿੰਗ, ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹਾ ਕੁਛ, ਹੈ ਨਾ। ਅਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੇ ਭਾਗ ਆ ਸੰਗਤ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠਿਆਂ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੋਰ ਕਿਤੇ ਆਪਦਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਨਸ਼ਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਸੀ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ। ਅਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਹੀ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਆ, ਕੈਂਪ ਬੜਾ ਕਮਾਲ ਦਾ, ਇਹ ਬਾਲੇ ਵਾਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਣ ਦਾ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲਿਆ, ਪਰ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁਛ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ। ਅਤੇ ਮੁੱਖ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਇਹ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਾਣਾ ਪਾਇਆ ਕਰੋ, ਖਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਔਖਾ ਵੀ ਲੱਗਦਾ, ਪਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਅੰਗ ਸੰਗ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ। ਅਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਇਹੀ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ, ਅਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਆ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਉਣਾ, ਕੋਈ ਸੰਤ ਸਮਾਜ ਜਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਆ, ਇਹ ਆਪਣਾ ਭਵਿੱਖ ਆ। ਕੀ ਪਤਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ 10-11 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਭਾਈ ਤਰਸੇਮ ਸਿੰਘ ਹੋਰ ਕੈਂਪਾਂ 'ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਹੋਰ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਸਪਾਇਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ। ਇੰਨਾ ਹੀ ਆ। ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ। ਬਾਕੀ ਅਖੀਰਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਇਹ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦਾ, ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਸੱਤ, ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਜਿੱਥੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਮੈਂ ਸਮਝੀ ਬਾਣੀ, ਸੱਚ ਤੋਂ ਸਭ ਕੁਛ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਅਤੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਅੰਤ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਸੱਚ ਆਪਦੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਓ। ਮੈਂ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਦਾ ਵੀ ਗੱਪ ਨਾ ਮਾਰਿਆ ਜਾਵੇ, ਝੂਠ ਨਾ ਬੋਲੋ, ਅਤੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਨੂੰ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਪਹਿਲ ਦਿਓ। ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਪੜ੍ਹੋ, ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਲਿਖੋ, ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਬੋਲੋ, ਅਤੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੋਚੋ। ਨਹੀਂ, ਮੈਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ, ਐਕੈਡੈਮਿਕ ਜਰਨਲਾਂ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਲਓ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੰਦਾ 2 ਬੋਲੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੋਚਦਾ, the onset of dementia is put off by at least 10 years. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟ ਕੋਟ ਸੀ ਇਹ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਸੋਚੋ
Just one. Washiti, ek benti ya. When we came to the camp, because obviously I've been a few times, I've been to other ones, but Jaswinder was saying to me, "Tu room nahi book kita, family room nahi book kita. मैं किथे जाऊंगी, मेरा की होगा, मैं तू ऐदा फे कर देता मेरे ना, मैं enjoy नहीं करना, कुछ नहीं होना इथे, मेरा सिर खा लिया सी." Okay, आज अपने camp दा experience दसो, camp दा experience दसो आके, come on, come on. ਇਹ 100 ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਪੰਜਾ ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਮੰਨ ਗਏ ਸੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਹੁਕਮ ਪੰਜਾ ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਮੰਨ ਗਏ ਸੀ ਤੇ 100 ਸਿੰਘ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਜਾਓ
One small announcement before you guys keep going, but it's all about 10-15 minutes whenever we're done here. Langar is ready, we have pizza, and then after that our final workshop, so everyone hopefully has their luggage, everything put away. So we're doing our final workshop starting 1, we might be a little 15-20 minutes late, 1:30, 1:20 or so. It won't be here actually because we need internet Wi-Fi basically to make that workshop successful. So that'll be in the Langar Hall side room. So we've just right now spent some time, we've reorganized the room, set up chairs. So that'll be there after we finish eating pizza. Okay, so maybe 1 or 2 more people and then we'll head to eat lunch and then we'll have our final workshop with Bhai Harinder Singh. So Bhai Harinder Singh from Free Akal Takat movement. He is he's doing a lot of I think really important seva right now. Waheguru. He's doing a lot of really important seva right now in my opinion, regarding the fact that our institutions politically are under government control on a politic level. So that's the kind of seva he's working on right now. So we thought it was important because we've spent the camp discussing more spiritual, atmic types of things. But also Sikhi is Sant Sapai, it's a mixed meaty peedy. We wanted a Bantik aspect into camp as well. So we're going to kind of get that Bantik aspect with Harinder Singh's workshop starting in the next half an hour or so. Okay? So thank you for giving me for any mistakes. Ben?
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Singh was horrible doing that, and then Japanam Singh making me stand there for 5 minutes was even worse because now my heart's going like this. It couldn't beat any faster. He's not lying, completely true. So when we first came here, I thought we had a family room, and I thought, oh, that's okay. I've got my sort of, safe base husband. It won't be too bad. When I got our room, I was like, oh no, I'm on my own, and I knew nobody. I really didn't know Japanam Singh. I didn't know any of the faces here, but now I feel I've got a brand new family. Honestly, I've got sisters, daughters, brothers, and the only worst thing is everybody's calling me Auntie Ji or Bibi Ji, and I don't feel that old. But the respect and the pyar and the kirtan and just amazing. And I just feel like I'm at home. I've never felt, and there's some people I've met that I feel like I met them for years, like a lifetime. I've known them for so long and we've shared so much as a family, and there's been so much trust between the Sangat, and it's just been amazing. And the food and the kirtan, and I mean I'm gluten free but everybody's looked after me. They've made sure that we've got food, we've got something to eat, so I haven't had to worry. I came with a big bag of gluten-free food just in case, but I've been so looked after. It's just been amazing. So thank you to everybody for making my journey here just so amazing. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਇਸ ਕੈਂਪ 'ਚ ਆਉਣ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਾਰੀ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਸਿੱਖੀ 'ਚ ਆਉਣ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਾਰੀ ਮਿਸਟੇਕਨ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਆਈ ਮੁਸਲਿਮ ਔਰ ਆਈ ਮੁਸਲਿਮ ਲਾਈਕ ਸੋ ਮੈਨੀ ਟਾਈਮਸ, ਬਟ ਹੁਣ ਕੈਂਪ 'ਚ ਆ ਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਬਾਣਾ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਊਂਗਾ ਵਾਪਸ। ਮੈਂ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰੂੰਗਾ ਕਿ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਮੋਸਟ ਆਫ ਦ ਟਾਈਮ ਮੈਕਸੀਮਮ ਜੌਬ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਮੈਕਸੀਮਮ ਕਿ ਬਾਣੇ 'ਚ ਰਹਾਂ, ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਮਿਸਟੇਕਨ ਨਾ ਹੋਵਾਂ। ਹੁਣ ਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਪੁੱਤ ਤਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਪੁੱਤ ਰਹਾਂ, ਅਤੇ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਊਂਗਾ। ਬਾਕੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. This was actually my first Khalsa camp. It's actually my birthday gift from my parents. And I've been wanting to come to Khalsa camp for the past year. I couldn't come last year because my parents were too scared because I was 17, not an adult, couldn't travel alone. But as soon as I turned 18, I booked my flight, was ready to go. And I've learned a lot here. I've always wanted to see my Guru, and I saw my Guru during Amrit Vela at this camp. And the Kirtan, the Amrit Vela, the Nam Abhyas in the morning, the lectures, especially by Navreet Singh, by Tarsam Singh, they've all inspired me to become a better Sikh and to follow my Guru's hukam. And I just don't want to leave. I wish this camp was forever, and this Sangat was forever. It is forever, but I just don't want to leave. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ka Fateh. This is not a big story or a long story, or I'm just speaking for the sake of speaking because I want to hear from other people. This camp was it's been a really good reminder for me. It's been a good boost, and by Tarsam Singh and by Navreet Singh, I kind of spent a good couple hours with both of them asking like very elusive, undescribable questions that I'm, things in my mind that I'm trying to grasp that are not graspable. And I think the most important thing that I got from talking to them both and from from Gurbani is that is the importance of doing Simran and understanding those things from within. I've been kind of I've had certain questions, things about like the nature of God and the role of Ardas in our lives and what it all means, sort of thing, for a good, 5 or 6, 7, 8 years. And I remember I asked Bhartar Samsing the same questions back in 2010, and he remembers that as well, similar questions. But I think what I've learned this time especially is that is just the sheer power of Nam Simran is beyond what we can even imagine. That's pretty much what I've gained from this. And then going to Darbar and actually being able to sit in Sangat, I think what Baisab said about everyone being very, everyone singing together, I think that has been different from other camps. And that's very transformative when you're sitting right in the middle, everyone's, Sangat diyan awaazan goonjdiyan in your ears, they're reverberating all around you. It is transformative. It's powerful, and so that's been really great. That is all. I get to go
There's no mic?
Just speak loud.
Okay. Why did you go my first time in any camp ever. This is my first camp ever, and Amrit Vela has been something really important for me because I remember the last time I only woke up ever 2:30 or 3 in the morning was from Amrit Sanchar before the Amrit Vela over here. So yeah, the camp causes us to go down to the basic roots of Sikhi, wake up during the Amrit Vela, do Simran, right? And I'm just grateful for all that. It's been a really fun experience, especially experiencing the Sangat over here, because usually you don't get to see this in the Gurdwara sadly nowadays. You go there, the Bab is going to over here, Bole Sonehal! There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Over here, it's really like you get to experience it. What I get to take back from here is lots of food and the great t-shirt. I really like that. Yeah, just good memories too. Hope this charity class stays with me throughout the whole life, and I wish you guys the same too.
I'm Prabdev Singh. I actually didn't want to come this year. I've been to 2 camps in past. I've just been like so busy with life, work, and so many other things going on at the same time. I Singri nu kya siga, you go enjoy, but she kind of forced me to come. Then Paitar Same Singh was here, so I'm so glad I came. I was thinking मैं घर रह रहा I just want to have some time on my own, do Simran. But I'm glad Guru Sahib brought me here. It was really awesome. One thing I'm taking back home is pyar. Like, you know, jo mainu Gursikhan ch ithe milya pyar, I really hope I can give even a little bit to others. So Bhai Sahib na gal karde hain, Bhai Navreet Singh and all other Gursikhs here. Like, mainu inna pyar milya, I can't even describe. Like, I feel like sada koi purab janam ke mile sanjogi, right? So it's just an amazing feeling. The one thing that really inspires me from this camp is seeing Gursikhs from all different Jathebandis come together, not just Akhand Kirtani Jatha. When I see Singhs wearing Taksali Dastaran, do Kirtan, and you know, even a couple of times Kaiyan ne Lambi Rehra Sahib Kiti, and just seeing that everybody kept on going along with that, that just made me so happy. If it was like a different camp, je kisi ne choti padh di hundi ya mool mantra koi hor padh deta hunda, they like people would have gotten mad. And I really appreciate the sevadars for acknowledging the differences within the panth and giving, you know, us that space to practice Sikhi in so many different ways. So that's something I'm going to take back home. Amazing to reconnect with my decade-old buddy Devinder Singh. But that experience Devinder Singh described, it was actually really powerful. Like seeing these Sharabi people like who were like totally talli, and them like, you know, giving so much satkar to Gursikhs. Like sade andar kuch hai nahi ga, right? We were just being bana. Te bane karke they were giving so much respect to us. Jado si aan lage, one of them was like, "Tadko Singho gaddi hegi hai?" We were like, "Hegi hai." Kende je nahi hegi meri Jaguar le ja. So it was just like amazing. And that Mona Bhai Sahib had actually done Sangat of Sant Jarnail Singh Ji and Bhai Sukhdev Singh Babbar. A lot of times like we don't see what's inside somebody. Apa baron dekh lene, like you guys look at me, main siddha kurta pajama paya, I'm wearing a tall damalla, but you don't know what's inside me, right? Je mere andar Guru Sahib vartada, Guru Sahib non-amritariyan de andar bhi vartada, Guru Sahib har kisi de andar vartada, and that's something we have to see. We need to look beyond our external appearance. आ भी बहुत जरूरी है, पर जो ये अंदर हैगा आई थिंक वो भी उस तो भी ज़्यादा जरूरी है. वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह.
Waiguru ji ka khalsa, Waiguru ji ki fateh. This isn't about me personally. Last night before the Ran Sabai, I don't think we had like about 10 bibiyan on our floor come together to get their the stars tied. We had bibiyan tying to the stars. We had bibiyan giving the other bibiyan the stars to receive to get tied. It was just really beautiful. We couldn't get everybody into the selfie with everyone under the stars, but it was just like it was just how much pyar Gursikhs were giving to people, regardless if they're Amritari, regardless if they're Kesadari. Just sharing that prem last night among the chorus. It was really beautiful. And they're like everybody was so open. They're not like tu Amritari nahi hai tu si idhar baith jo, like oh, there's none of that. It was really beautiful to see that. And I'm trying to get the gudiyan, they're like asking me jana man. Like said andar bhi kora oh adhik mamali ja, so but it was really nice to see that last night. And so thank you guys for just being so awesome. Bole sone haal. Sat Sri Akal.